Sunday, April 22, 2018, 6 p.m. TSB Bank flips the switch. 5 million British customers transferred to a brand new platform in a single weekend. The data migration worked. Every record moved cleanly. Then the platform collapsed. Customers logged into their online banking and saw something that cannot exist in a functioning bank. Strangers' accounts, strangers' balances, strangers' full financial histories, sitting there, visible on their screen. 33,000 complaints in 7 days. Fraud attacks at 70 times normal levels. A 90-minute wait just to reach a human voice. Here's the question nobody in the boardroom could answer. How did TSB sign off on this? Here is what the 262-page independent investigation found. The board was told the platform had approximately 800 known defects. The actual number? Over 2,000. The board made its decision on figures that were less than half of what the engineers already knew. This is not a story about an IT failure. It's a story about what a board was never told and why. To understand how this happens, go back to 2008. Lloyds acquires HBOS mid-crisis. £17 billion government bailout. European Commission signs off, but with a condition. Lloyds is too big. Carve out a competitor. That competitor becomes TSB. 631 branches. Floated on the London Stock Exchange in June 2014. An independent challenger bank. Except it isn't independent. Not really. TSB runs entirely on Lloyds' IT platform. And Lloyds is now a direct competitor. From January 2017, the annual license cost for staying on that platform is set to jump from £92 million to £187 million per year. TSB needs to leave. The question is how. TSB commissions a strategy review. Expert consultants come back with a clear recommendation. Stay on the Lloyds platform as long as possible. Data migration is the most challenging, risky, and expensive component of any major IT program. Don't rush it. TSB files the advice. In March 2015, Sabadell, Spain's fifth largest bank, tables a £1.7 billion takeover offer. Sabadell has a track record. They've integrated 12 banks onto their proprietary platform called Prodeo. They know how this works. What they don't know yet, TSB is nothing like those 12 banks. It doesn't matter. The offer is accepted. And the day after the deal goes unconditional, Sabadell tells Lloyds their target date for the migration. November 5th, 2017. They chose that date before anyone had done a detailed assessment of what TSB actually needed. 9 months later, that same date appears in the official plan presented to the TSB board. No one has established whether it's achievable, but it's in the plan. Slaughter and May would later describe this as the pattern that defined everything. A deadline is chosen. A plan is reverse engineered to fit it. Whether or not that's realistic is secondary. That pattern, set in 2015, never broke. The new platform, Prodeo for UK. Not Prodeo. An entirely new version. Prodeo 3 upgraded to Prodeo 4. New architecture. New digital infrastructure. Commissioned from Sabadell's own technology subsidiary, who has never built anything like this for the UK market. 70 third-party suppliers. 1,400 people on the program. IBM supplying new UK data centers. Here is what nobody said out loud in any boardroom. Sabadell's previous 12 integrations moved banks onto a proven, stable, existing version of Proteo in Spain, on established infrastructure. Proteo for UK doesn't exist yet. It's being designed and built simultaneously with the migration it's supposed to support. The TSB COO's own words to investigators: the original plan was a happy path plan, no contingency. And that, she confirmed, was acknowledged at the executive table. The TSB CEO's memo to the board, March 2016. Timescales are, of course, challenging with little contingency. They knew. They proceeded. Hold this number. At the moment TSB went live, the actual, documented, internally tracked defect count on Proteo for UK, over 2,000. The TSB board was told approximately 800. That is not a rounding error, not an estimate variance. The board received less than half of what the engineers knew. How does this happen? Functional testing, the process of confirming that platform features actually work, ran for 17 months. 7 months longer than planned. Why? Sabadell missed delivery deadlines repeatedly. The defect rate was far higher than anticipated. Sabadell couldn't fix bugs fast enough for the test cycle to close. So TSB made a decision. Significant pieces of functionality were formally deferred, descoped, pushed to post-go live. That's how functional testing finally closed. Not because the platform was ready, because the items that were failing were removed from scope. Then it gets worse. The regression testing phase, running previously passed tests against new code, confirming that fixes didn't break something else, was in the Defender plan. TSB's revised schedule after the September 2017 replanning exercise. Required, documented, approved. It didn't happen. The program ran out of time. Performance testing, the tests that answer, can this survive 5 million simultaneous users, ran in parallel with functional testing, not sequentially, because there was no runway left. And here is the detail that should have stopped everything. The production environment runs 2 data centers in an active-active configuration. Both live simultaneously. Transactions processed across both. That configuration had never been tested together before go live. Performance testing was conducted on a single data center. Sabadell had no prior experience with active-active on the Proteo 4 UK stack. IBM had limited UK experience with this configuration. The decision to test on only one data center fell through the gap between TSB and Sabadell, each apparently assuming the other was accountable. And the 2000 defects? The reporting framework used for board papers filtered the number upward. Defects classified as deferred, accepted for post-go-live resolution, were removed from the active count presented to the board. The summary showed 800. The tracking system showed over 2,000. Slaughter and May's finding. The TSB board was not provided with an accurate view of the defects outstanding at the point of go-live. The actual number was at least 2.5 times what was reported. The board didn't know what it was approving. There is a second failure running in parallel, quieter, more structural. Sabadell, the entity responsible for operating the Proteo 4 UK platform after go live, wasn't ready to run it. A September 2018 Sabadell Group report stated Sabas did not have sufficient capacity to respond and to resolve incidents at Go Live. A TSB CIO report from November 2018 said Sabas's insufficient ability to operate the new IT platform had exacerbated everything. These findings exist. They were written after the collapse. The conditions they describe existed before it. So what assurance did TSB receive before going live that Sabas was operationally ready? A letter from the Sabas UK Managing Director. Not a formal audit, not independent verification. A letter expressing his personal expectations about platform performance. Slaughter and May noted, the letter addressed platform capability, not Sabas's operational capacity to run it. Those are different questions. A Deloitte Spain report, commissioned by Sabas itself, had identified deficiencies in Sabas's internal controls. That report was not shared with TSB. TSB had contractual audit rights over Sabas, step-in rights if Sabas failed to perform, legal protections. The TSB CIO confirmed they were never used. The contract, the MSA, was, in his words, signed and put in a drawer. The Sabas UK Managing Director said the same thing, differently. The MSA was meant to go in a drawer and not be taken out ever again. Two sides of the same transaction, same metaphor. The contract designed to protect TSB from Sabas failure, unfiled, unexercised, forgotten. April 22, 2018. The migration executes. 5 million accounts. One weekend. The data moves cleanly. At 6 p.m., the Proteo 4 UK platform opens to TSB's full customer base. Within hours, the call centers are overwhelmed. Customers are logging into accounts that aren't theirs. Full financial histories of strangers visible. The two data centers, running simultaneously under real production load for the first time, generate conflicts the platform cannot resolve. Monday, April 23rd. Average phone wait time, 90 minutes. Wednesday, May 2nd. 10 days post-go live. TSB has received 33,101 customer complaints, more than 10 times the normal rate. From April 30th, fraud attacks begin accelerating. Criminals know exactly what a chaotic bank looks like. By May 15th, attacks are running at 70 times normal levels. TSB's CEO appears before Parliament. His answers satisfy no one. The FCA and PRA open a joint investigation. The TSB board, the same board that approved Go Live, commissions a 262-page independent review from Slaughter and May to find out what happened. Final bill, £48.65 million. FCA and PRA fine combined over £300 million in remediation, compensation, and operational recovery. The CEO resigns. September 2018. Total, approximately £400 million over a single weekend and the weeks that followed. Slaughter and May's conclusion is not that the board was lied to. The conclusion is sharper than that. The board didn't ask hard enough questions. The April 18th board meeting, 4 days before Go Live. received performance testing evidence that Slaughter and May found was more positive than the underlying data warranted. Test targets had been quietly lowered when systems failed to hit the original benchmarks. The summary reports didn't disclose the targets had changed. The board saw cleaner numbers. The board accepted them. Why was the program ready in 4 months when some work streams were 7 months behind schedule at the replanning exercise? No one asked. Why did performance testing run on one data center when the live environment runs 2? No one asked. 2 external board advisors were in place during the program, both former Accenture partners. The second advisor's invoices show he worked 1 to 3 days per month from April 2017 to April 2018. 1 to 3 days a month. For the most complex IT transformation in UK retail banking history. 2 Sabadell-appointed non-executive directors sat on the TSB board, the parent company's own representatives, watching a migration that benefited Sabadell financially, overseeing a contractor, Sabis, that was a fellow Sabadell subsidiary. That's not oversight. That's the same interest on both sides of the table. The April 10, 2018 board meeting, a missed opportunity to pause. Slaughter and May's words. The April 18th meeting, the vote to proceed. April 19th, subcommittee authorizes the migration. April 22nd, go live. Here's the detail that stays with you. In 2014, before Sabadell's offer, before any of this, TSB commissioned a strategy review. Expert advisors came back with a clear finding. Data migration is the most challenging, risky, and expensive component of any major IT program. Their recommendation: stay on the Lloyds platform as long as possible. TSB filed that advice, then accepted a takeover from a buyer whose entire financial rationale for the acquisition depended on a fast migration to their own platform. From that moment, the timeline was never about what the technology could handle. It was about what the deal required. 2,000 defects. One board that saw 800. A contract signed and put in a drawer. One data center tested instead of 2. One weekend. On the night of April 22, 2018, while the executives watched from the Gold Command Center, 5 million people in the UK tried to access a system that wasn't ready for them. Some of them opened their banking app and saw someone else's money. The investigation concluded TSB did not fully understand what it was building, what it was buying, or what it was signing off on. The board was never fully told. The report doesn't say whether that was by design or by accident. That distinction matters more than the fine. Subscribe to the White Collar Autopsy. We'll see you in the next dissection.